this is how my day is starting. Can you see that? Somebody came through the neighborhood with string cheese and soup. All over my car. Right out the front window. Not the only car though. They did it too. My neighbors. Okay, so I just put on the NYC New York Color Extreme Lip Glider Lip Gloss in Park Avenue Pink, which is number 519U. It's this one. And my initial thoughts are, smells delicious. It smells like strawberry or watermelon candy. And I could smell it as soon as I started tearing the plastic overlay off. I could smell it really strong, so that was nice. It has a really nice feel. It's very smooth on the lips, not sticky at all. Color is very sheer. I don't have anything underneath it, and I apologize that my camera doesn't focus. But it's definitely sheer. I have freckles and things, on my lips, and you can still see them through. And I wouldn't necessarily say that it looks pink on my lips, but you can kind of build the color up a little bit, and it makes it a little bit more opaque, which I think is exactly what it was meant to do. I don't think it's supposed to give you true pink color anyway. So it's nice, feels good. I think it would be great over lipsticks. No taste to it. It kind of has the normal sort of flavorless waxy taste. I don't think the lasting power is going to be huge, but I don't think with lip gloss it really needs to. Lip gloss, was originally designed to be worn over top of lipstick, so I think if that's what you're using it for, then you'll be happy with the lasting ability. And I think for, $3 and some change, it's a nice lip gloss. Now, I do think that you can find something similar for cheaper. There are glosses out there for in the $2 range. But, I think the packaging is fun. It's not good for throwing into your bag, but it's great for throwing into your purse. And it's just, a little bit different. That just makes it fun. So, all in all, not a bad lip gloss. I think it'll do what it's supposed to do. It gives you a nice shine. And I think if you purchase it, you'll be happy with it. So, those are my initial thoughts. If you have any questions about it, let me know. And eventually, at some point, I'll show you the other color that I purchased as well. Today is just one of those errands kind of days. I'm still wearing that NYC lip gloss. I put it on about 2 hours ago, and it still feels really nice. It's lasting really nicely, but I've not had anything to eat or drink, so not necessarily the best test of it. Which, if you eat or drink something, it's going to come off if you wipe your lips for sure. But it's still holding strong. I'm headed to the post office. I have to mail out a letter to one of my favorite subbies and mail some bills. And I also have to send in the rebate for that hair conditioner that I showed you guys before. So that's exciting. I'll get some money back, get my product for free. Then I'm going to go to, is it just me, or is the best time to go to the post office in the middle of the night when nobody's there? I love to do that. Of course, I'm not doing that today, but that's my favorite thing to do. And if I can get away with going out in my pajamas in the middle of the night and be lazy, I will. And I have a tendency to do that because I have insomnia, so it's common for me at 3 o'clock in the morning to decide to go ahead and get my errands done and do the post office and those kind of things. But it's kind of funny, though, because the majority of the time when I go in the middle of the night, there's never anybody there. But the time that I go in my pajamas, all of a sudden it's like somebody's throwing a party and sent out invitations and everybody shows up. But that's okay. Then I'm going to go to Blockbuster because I have 2 of my Blockbuster Online movies to send back. One of them is An Inconvenient Truth, which I highly recommend to watch if you haven't watched it already. It will entertain you, but it's not an entertaining type of movie. It's definitely for your education. But it's a very, very, very important message. And if you haven't seen it, please go watch it. Because whether you like the movie, don't like the movie, like who's in it, don't like who's in it, believe those specific stats or don't believe those specific stats, no scientists on the planet are arguing against global warming being a major, major, major issue. So if we want this world to exist as we know it and humans to survive on this planet as we know it, and to not possibly die off within the next 50 to 70, definitely less than 100 years, we really need to educate ourselves. So go watch that. And then the other one I watched, on a much lighter note, was My Little Pony the movie. I love children's movies. It was very cute. I would watch it. It's, your regular old-fashioned animation, no fancy bells or whistles, just a fun little movie. And I love kids' movies, so it was fun to watch. So I'm going to go to Blockbuster and trade these in for movies from the store, and they will mail these back for me. And then in the meantime, Blockbuster Online will check them in and mail me out some new ones. So to do that, then we got to go to the ATM. So good times, nothing really fun. Oh, I had one of the McDonald's, the McCafe smoothies, the wild berry one, because I got a coupon to get this 12 ounce for free. It was very delicious. I do recommend them. It was less smooth than the Panera smoothie that I talked about before. Just being that I think they probably blend more ice into the one at McDonald's and not quite as much into the one at Panera. But equally as delicious, and in fact the flavors were very, very similar. So I think McDonald's is probably a little more affordable if you like that kind of thing, or if you maybe don't have a Panera in your area. McDonald's is delicious as well. Highly recommend it. So I'm curious how you guys choose movies when you walk into a place like Blockbuster. I think I rarely ever watch movies, so pretty much anything that's in there I haven't seen before. I watch them at night, little bit by little bit. And so when I walk in, there's a million movies I could watch. I like all the mainstream movies that are really popular, but then sometimes I want to watch the ones that are not so popular, so then I can't decide. And it really doesn't matter anyway. I'm not really that picky. I don't really care for horror movies that much, but I'll watch just about anything. So very rarely is there a movie that I really, really, really just can't wait. I'm dying to see it. So I really don't care when I walk in to the rental shop what I pick. So I have a tendency to work alphabetically, and kind of whatever movies I'm returning, I use the title of those movies, and alphabetically I will pick kind of the next movie in line that I haven't seen before. And I change it up. Like today I chose the next, I kind of found where my movie would be on the shelves, and then I looked on that shelf to see kind of what movie they had the most copies of, and that was the movie I happened to pick. Sometimes I'll just literally pick the very next movie that would be alphabetically in line. Sometimes I'll pick like the next shelf over from where the movie would be. I don't know, but there's really no rhyme or reason to how I pick my movies. So I'm curious how you pick your movies, but here's what I got. I got Matt Damon in The Informant, and really I should have got Invictus because it was actually higher up on the shelf if I follow my own kind of OCD plan that I made up today, but I don't really want to see Invictus. I'm not really that interested in it, so I thought this one would be better, even though it was not in the correct place alphabetically. So technically I shouldn't have got it. But because of that, I figured Invictus actually is further down the line alphabetically, and so chances are when I bring this one back that they will probably have moved the shelves around again, and so chances are Invictus may be in a more correct spot, so I may end up watching it anyway. So that's why I went ahead and picked this one, even though I shouldn't. And I know that makes no sense at all and sounds really crazy, but that's how I make up my mind sometimes, in totally random, obsessive, compulsive, crazy ways. And then the other movie I got was The Ministers. I've never heard of it, but it's got people in it that are pretty well known. And it might be a little too scary for me. I don't know. We'll find out. But I chose it the exact same way. I went alphabetically from the movie that I returned, and I picked the one that had the most copies, and it was between this and Motherhood or Mother something with the supermodel that I can't think of what her name is right now. Yeah, no idea. I'll have to think of it later. But anyway, this was the correct choice anyway because it was alphabetically correct. So I'm going to go finish the rest of my chores, and then it's Monday night. So what do you watch on Monday nights on TV? Tonight I'll be watching The Bachelor Pad, and I don't think I'm going to like that show because I think they're all going to make fools of themselves, and they're going to get on my nerves. But I usually watch The Bachelor or The Bachelorette or Dancing with the Stars on Monday nights, so this is just filling that time spot. So we'll see if I like it or not. And then I will watch The Real Housewives of New Jersey because that's still on at 10 o'clock. And then at 11 o'clock I will watch Chelsea Lately. And then after that it's kind of free for all for me, depending on how many hours I'm awake. I do like to watch Will and Grace sometimes after Chelsea Lately. And The Nanny's on in the middle of the night, so I watch that sometimes when I can't sleep. But what do you watch on Monday nights? What are your favorite shows? Oh, Damages. I love Damages, but it's not come back on yet. It's normally on Monday nights at 10 o'clock. But they seem to only do one season every year and a half or 2 years apart. So I'm still waiting on a new season to see if they'll do another one. But I would normally watch that. So let me know what you watch on Monday nights. What are your favorite shows? Do you have any recommendations for me? Because if I don't like The Bachelor Pad, I'm going to switch to something else probably. Okay, bye.